Los Ratones have done it again. The most watched League of Legends team not competing in a major region has completed their third consecutive championship run in the NLC Summer Playoffs. The run started off with a clean 4-0 record through Group A, with the most threatening NLC rivals Nord Esports over in Group B. This was definitely the result that fans were both hoping for and expecting. The most contentious result would come in the final match of the group stage, as Verdant nearly steals the top seed from our protagonists in a 54-minute marathon match that culminated in an absolutely insane Velja Nidalee steal at the Elder Drake. With the group stage complete and first seed secured, we enter the double elimination playoff bracket. The quarterfinal matchup was Chaos Esports, an all-Danish roster that unfortunately could not keep up with Los Ratones. This was a lightning-fast best-of-3 with everybody except for Baus putting up unreal scorelines. Things got serious in the semifinals as Nord and LR match up. The two NLC rosters, both with the majority of former LEC players on their team, have been the big-ticket matchup all year long. Game 1 starts off dangerously with Baus falling far behind, but Velja makes another superhero Wukong play at the Atacon that completely turns the tides and lets Sivir and Lulu take over. Game 2 was nightmare fuel in the top lane. The signature AP Jax gets devoured over and over by Visit Chachi on the denial Cho'Gath pick, and in Game 3, Crownie goes back to his freaky spitting cockball, and Nemesis pulls out Zillion, a solo queue classic of his. It ends up being a great pick that lets Velja play super aggro, and Baus was finally relevant in putting in work on the Gragas. My unofficial MVP for this series was Rekkles, boasting the immaculate support scoreline of 0-0 and 36. The upper final had potential to be interesting. Rich Gang Esports had turned a generationally bad spring season into an undefeated run through Group B with a full roster overhaul. They had just won a 3-game series against Verdant in their semifinal, but once the matches started to happen, they just weren't that competitive. Mid and jungle were a clear gap in all 3 games, but it was the first time that this Rich Gang roster has faced off against the Rats, so we'll chalk it up to a learning experience. Before we get to the grand finals, some quick hits on the lower bracket. After dropping Game 1 to Nord, Verdant rattled off 3 wins in a row to eliminate the perennial finalists and secure the 3rd and final NLC slot at EMEA Masters. They would follow this up with 3 more wins in a row over Rich Gang to earn the rematch with LR from groups. But the future tournaments are going to need to be the focus for Verdant because the grand finals was not close. The Swedish crowd was treated to a bot lane masterclass from Crownie and Rekkles all series long, and in Game 3, the hilariously meta pick of Baus Caedrel came out. Will Los Ratones complete the golden road of EU regional leagues and three-peat EMEA Masters the same way they have in NLC? If they do, have they earned a shot at competing in the LEC? I think so, but let me know what you think down in the comments.